Hello, this is Zeke777, and welcome to Arcane Revolution episode 12. It's been a while since we've been able to record. I've still got Christmas decorations up. But the reason for that, I'd kind of mentioned this in one of the comments of a couple episodes ago. Got a new baby. New baby girl, born 9 pounds, some odd ounces, yeah. So we've been a little busy around here, and of course haven't really been around to be able to record. But the good news is, I haven't been able to get a little bit of building done. So I've started a little bit of work on a Thaumcraft area here. I'm not really sure of really anything with this one. And I also did some work in our library over here. That's kind of jumping around. A little bit of work trying to figure out how I want this to work. The plan is I'm going to have a little kind of alcove, I guess, for each element of Electroblob sorcery and some sort of magical elevator to make me fly up. That doesn't even line up. Does that line up? It does line up, okay. So fly up there, and then there'll be books in the bookshelves up there. So I'm trying to figure out block palette as well as general design, and even more difficult, I'm trying to figure out how I want to make this thing actually work, because there's a whole hillside here that I need to figure out. So yeah, work in progress, lots of building I've been doing off camera here, but hopefully I can get a little bit of recording in. Now, I'd mentioned I started work on Thaumcraft, and that's because the next thing I want to work on is Thaumcraft. I have the whole tree farm thing going over there, so I've got lots of wood. Yay, cool. Problem, we'll get back to that in a little bit. But I really wanted to get some actual progress on an actual content mod. Thaumcraft, as you know, of course, is huge. Recently came out that Asnor is going to be stepping down from modding for foreseeable future, I think was kind of the wording of that. So we're going to update to the latest version. Probably not this episode, maybe halfway through, don't know. Update to the latest version to make sure we have that. And we're going to start work on it, because I haven't really done much with it yet. I've got laid out here kind of where I want all of my various essence jars, I think. Not really sure. I think I've got 47 aspects. So I've got 47 blocks here. Actually, I've got 47. My plan is using a buffer chain. Having it go along here, loop around, come back this direction, but I just realized that's going to limit me to only one jar without expanding and making this take up more room. So we'll kind of play it by ear, but we got at least a little bit of a start going here. And as we fly past our Christmas tree, over here to our little, what is this, Ancient Warfare guys. They exist, it's kind of cool, it does work. If you'll notice here, farm, he's not doing anything. Trees, he's got a whole bunch that he's working on but hasn't started chopping down. The reason for that, these guys are NPCs. NPCs are entities, and entities, they stop moving. If I go over here, where'd you go? So they're still moving, cool. But at some point over here, probably this area where they stopped rendering, they stop actually doing work. So pretty much from anywhere in my main city area, they don't actually do anything. They just kind of sit there, idle, not doing anything. Now, I think I might be able to get around that by using RF to power these things. I think you can power this through RF as well instead of just these guys. But I mean, it kind of works, kind of is annoying. In the meantime, I've got a decent amount of wood. I filled up my wood storage, and I've been turning the rest into charcoal. So we've got at least a bunch of wood that we can work with, but it's just not as useful as I was hoping. So in the meantime, we are going to get started on Thaumcraft. So I got my Akashic Tome here, which has my Thaumonomicon, and I got, yeah, a whole lot of nothing. In the fundamentals, I've pretty much not done any research whatsoever. I've got Planar Artifice, Thaumic Bases, and Thaumic Tinker installed as well. I don't know if Automagy exists or not yet for this version. I'll probably get that if it does. If it doesn't, then I guess, yeah, won't have it. However, this place here, it needs some work. I've got a couple little markers here. Nothing lines up. When I built this place, I didn't really do proper counting on anything. So this is based off of 1, obviously, because the infusion altar is going to be here. You'll notice those don't line up. It's off by 1 block. So I'm going to need to bump that over by 1. So I think I took out that to indicate to move that over by 1 and add an extra space over here. Now that extra space is going to mess up this walkway. All my walkways are 4 wide, I should say. Some of them are kind of off-centered like this, some of them are more centered here, but this one's gonna have to be 5. So I'm gonna have to bump all this over, put some sort of block down the middle here, line that up. I really like how the archways and everything looks, but it is definitely a pain if I end up being off by 1, off by 2, off by whatever. It takes work. It's just tedious. Lots of little pieces to move. I can't just use I think it's called architecture or architect at architect, which is kind of cool. You can build little blueprints and basically just copy and paste things into the world using real blocks. It's not cheaty. It's just a lot easier. It doesn't work with architecture craft though, and I use a whole lot of architecture craft. All these arch pieces are all that, so it's like I said, tedious, but that's gonna get moved. So yes, it's off center right now. Same with that side over there. That'll get fixed eventually. So to actually get started here, we need to head back to our storeroom. So down here, past the not really used stuff there, we need to get some V crystals. So these guys are used for making Salus Mundus, which is pretty much what you need for everything. So Salus Mundus on a regular crafting table or whatever. Either way, I apply it to something to make an arcane workbench. So we'll need to do that in order to get to the next step to start unlocking stuff. Alrighty, well, we are in luck because in the caves underneath the magic area there, it's been loaded. So I've been getting a ton of V crystals, so don't need to worry too much about that. I need 3 of those, a redstone, a bowl, and some flint. Gets us Salus Mundus. Oh, doesn't use a flint. Cool. Next up, we need a regular crafting table. And you can be right here for now. So take our Salus Mundus, right click, wait a little bit, magicy, 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 and arcane workbench. Complete. So first steps, yay, we got that. Next up we need the thermometer, which is going to be more expensive because I need each of those, and a bit of gold and some glass. So let's go grab those materials. And just like that, we have our thermometer. And I am kind of running low on a couple of these crystals, so we're going to have to look out for those. Well, I've been pretty busy. Updated a bunch of mods, Planar Artifice. Planar Artifice, actually, the most recent version of it, yeah, crashed my game. It apparently has some weird thing with Tinker's Construct, which is interesting because I don't have Tinker's Construct. But yeah, it didn't want to start the game at all. So yeah, that was fun. So version before the current version, I guess. Anyway, updated a bunch of stuff. I no longer have, if I hit F3, my FPS is currently only 30. I did remove Optifine, and I think it's kind of working, so I'll play around with it a little bit. But yeah, updated stuff and researched some stuff. Discovering Artifice, discovering Infusion. I still need to discover Aromancy. So this one, in order to actually start, it needs a V Resonator and a Caster's Gauntlet. So let me go get a bunch of materials, and we'll be right back. And fortunately, before I can actually get away with actually building much stuff, I'm getting low on some crystals here, namely Ordo and Aqua. Luckily, if I take a water bottle, so just take a regular glass bottle, which has Vacuus and whatever the glass one is, and yeah, put water in it, and it's pure aqua, so that's pretty awesome. So that's 20 right there, so if I get 10 of these little shards, I can start getting more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, there we go. And let's go toss this in here. So I just made a little spot outside here, it's just filled up with a wooden barrel. I noticed that you couldn't put a bucket of water in if there's already water in here. It won't just like fill it up all the way, which is really annoying, especially because I think it leaves some stuff in there. So pitcher plant, I'm just manually filling up this barrel, and then it is just pumping water in. And it looks like it is connecting this time, which is a great thing. So let's toss water bottle, and silver, or slivers. Gets us our aqua. Cool, and then that fills up again because of the water. Use a little bit of water. Yeah, awesome. So that gets me a little bit more of these guys, so I can start actually building stuff. Just toss you in here. So in our Thaumonomicon here, for the V Resonator, we just need iron plate and nether quartz. That's easy enough. The Caster Gauntlet, however, is going to take another thermometer, which is, of course, I think just glass and gold, I want to say? Fundamentals? Where are we? Where are you? Are you in here? Here. Yeah, gold and a glass pane. So let's get that stuff. And something to also remember is that our goggles are revealing here will take 2 thermometers themselves, which means I need a grand total of 4 of these things. I've got one already. So let's take our gold and just place it in here and make ourselves 3. It's going to leave me with 1 Ordo left, so I hope I have enough to do the next part. Let's grab all you. Awesome, so that gets me 1, 2, 3, 4. And next up we need, I need my quartz and an iron plate. I think I got an iron plate over here. Okay, 1 of you, thank you. And just toss you in. Let's go get a quartz. which I should have plenty of up here. I haven't gone back to the nether for a while. In fact, I actually broke my nether portal a number of episodes back. Haven't needed to rebuild it yet, which is kind of useful. The resonator. Cool, so that did not need ordo as well. If I'm really lucky, fundamentals, caster gauntlet, you need an ordo. Okay, well, we're gonna have to make more of that later. So I need 4 leather and 3 iron. Alrighty, I think I got everything here. So leather, 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 3 iron across the top, the resonator, and a thermometer. Gets us a caster's gauntlet with 1 V left over, which is probably not a good thing to do. In fact, let's pull you up. Yeah, I actually did luck out. Most of the areas that I'm building in here seem to have fairly high V levels. That's 122 there. I actually noticed up in the magic area, purely coincidental, it's actually pretty high up there, like 200-300. Yes, this thing's from Runecraft. It's awesome. It feeds me. We'll get back to that later. So we have ourselves our caster's gauntlet, which means we should be able to discover Oromancy. Yay, discover Oromancy. Not gonna bother reading. Last but not least, Golemancy, which needs study an animated construct. Let's see, what can I animate? Excuse me, Mr. Pumpkin, I need you. So, I think one of the only things I can really animate here, I took the, okay, so it's not gonna kill it, but it's probably gonna die anyway. One of the things I can animate is a snow golem, who I need to study before he died. So I think that worked. Did that work? Yes. Awesome. Complete. And that unlocks pretty much all the main schools of Thaumcraft. So now let's see what we can make. Well, one of the things I can make, I've actually already researched, is of course the Goggles of Revealing. Which needs... oh, you don't need ordo. Awesome. So, Goggles of Revealing. Oh, that adds armor toughness as well, so that is pretty handy. Now, I know last season I could put it here. Did that work? I can replace my halo, which I'm not even using, so that works. Woo! Thaumcraft. Well, I've been going through getting a bunch of these theories from the research table. That's kind of tedious. And I also finally got all the various secondary Essentia crystals, so we can finally get Essentia smelting, which needs a smeltery, of course. So, I think I have everything I need. Let's go ahead and plop you down, let Mr. Cauldron, and grab our Salus Mundus, turn you into a crucible. There we go. Thank you. Mine. And I think that should be everything we need. So crucible in the top, 2 brass plates, and I kind of used a cheating method on these. Normally to make these you use 3 brass across the top, but I have Immersive Engineering, and I can just hit it into a plate with a hammer, so that works. Essentia Smeltery. Sweet. Ooh, and I also noticed that it showed a 5% V discount, which is awesome because this is equipped in the bauble slot. It's worth noting that you don't actually get the armor toughness or armor over here. For instance, if I take this off, you can notice that my armor thing down here is not moving, but if I place it over here, it does, and I also get the armor toughness. So I don't get that bonus, but whatever. It also doesn't get damaged. So there. Essentia Smeltery. Let's see. Thaumanomicon, you complete. Which unlocks a whole bunch of stuff. I can finally get into Essentia tubes and storage and all that good stuff. And I believe that also should unlock a couple things in various other spots. You needed Hedge Alchemy, you needed Fusion. Artifice, that unlocked a couple things. No, that was already unlocked. Alchemy, of course. It unlocked something. What did it unlock? Oh, some stuff in Planar Artifice. This is new. I think that's Focuses, or Foci, whatever. Atomic Bases, yeah. So, unlocked a couple things. Not much. I was hoping for more, actually. But for now, we can start actually storing stuff. One of the researches in here, the Hedge Alchemy, at least this stage, is kind of interesting. So you toss in basically whatever the item has. So gunpowder has 10 Ignis, 10 Perditio, and 5 Alchemia. Well, one has that. So one way you can kind of cheat that little system is toss one in, toss it back in. So you don't gain, you don't lose anything. You, however, do complete that level. You created a slime ball using a slime ball as the resources. Yeah, it's kind of cheaty, but at least gets through that stage there. Let's see, this one here needs clay, cobweb, and lava bucket. Now this one here, I believe it is a little more difficult. You do have to actually toss something in that's not part of it. But Winculum plus string equals cobweb, which I already got. So yeah, not too bad. Well, continuing with our theme of researching everything, I set up a small little area, just kind of in the middle of nowhere here. Stupid creeper. There's a dead creeper that got me. Yeah, so middle of nowhere here, far from everything, because we need to unlock a bunch of Essentia stuff. Namely, the smeltery, we need a few things. I needed, I think it was Ilianus and Vidium and a couple others for a research stage. Let me pull up that one. I don't remember which one I needed that one for. Something in alchemy, I think. One of these. Either way, I do also need infusion. So with infusion here, I needed a file of air essentia, which I finally got that, and now we can complete infusion. Now that one is... oh, I need to actually make the thing. Okay, what do you need? You need... oh, I have to actually make Nitor? Okay, so we will make that, and then that will finally unlock that, which should open up quite a few things. The main thing I'm trying to get to right now is Golem Logistics, which needs Control Seal Provide, which I'm going to assume needs infusion for the advanced level here. And unfortunately, one of the mods that I had updated was Evilcraft. But actually it wasn't so much Evilcraft, I think it was Guide API that messed it up. My broom doesn't work anymore. If I go find my broom here, and actually I bet now it'll probably actually will work. Broom, where are you? Yes, Mr. Broom here. If you look, there's a whole lot of zeros. Levitation 0, maneuverability 0, acceleration 0. Yeah. Apparently it's a bug with Guide API. Oh, now it's actually flying. Okay, apparently restarting fixes it. Yeah, weird bug that when you update, I think, Guide API, it ends up having a weird thing where it doesn't let the brooms work. Although, so it says levitation 0 plus 120. Then plus 160. So I'm not sure why it says 0. Previously, it'd let you equip it, but you just kind of sit there hovering. Which is kind of weird. So apparently cool, I can fly now. So it looks like I need Nitor, and if I recall, I'll actually need a lot of Nitor anyway for Golems. I believe that the control seals require that. If I open you up, control seal, blank seal needs Nitor. Yeah, so either way, Nitor is a thing that I'll need. Let's go back to infusion. That needs the Runic Matrix, which needs 1 Nitor in the Arcane Stone bricks, which are easy enough to get. So, we need Nitor. And looking at this, it takes 10 Ignis, 10 Lux, and 10 Potentia, which, if I look at a charcoal, that gets me the Ignis and Potentia, and now I need Lux, so that's just going to be 2 torches, 1 charcoal, a glowstone, and then toss an extra quartz in there to get the extra Bistia out. So, if we toss Ewan, that leaves me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, toss you in, gets me those. Cool. So 5 Nitor should last us a little bit. Alrighty, so Arcane Stone Bricks, let's grab 4 of those. Nitor in the middle, and that gets us... ooh, we can't actually make that yet. Let's take a look at our thermometer. I'm thinking we will not be able to do that in this chunk, so let's go find a chunk that we can. Alrighty, well, it looks like this is as good a place as any. It's 166 right here. So let's place everything down again. I need all my crystals back. 6, and then our Arcane Stone Bricks. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Nitor in the middle, and we have Runic Matrix. And if I just break you, I should pick everything up. Cool. Let's grab our Thaumanomicon, which is always fun to say. And we need Arcane Fusion complete. Woo! I'll look at that stuff later. Mostly I want to see what all this unlocks. Excellent. Control Seal Provide. Needs Biothermic Mind, which is this one here. Oh, cool. Examine. Yay, warp. And that. Provide, yes. Ah, I need another theory. Okay. There we go. Got my last theory there I need. So Control Seal Provide. Excellent. Don't really need that at the moment, but the main thing I do need... ooh, definitely gonna use that one too. Golem Logistics. Observation, observation. I have Ender and a map. So map is easy enough. Let's go get a compass. So that's just 4 iron. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a redstone. Bunch of paper I already have on me, and then I have Ender, I think it was. That's you, and I suppose 1 you. Which I, of course, don't have room for. Take that, and we'll just let it follow me. Come on. Come on, magnet. There we go. Okay, so let's make our compass. 1, 2, 3, 4. Redstone in the middle. Compass. You are fine. Let's make a map. And last but not least, you and you gets us an Eye of Ender. So with that, we go, complete. Yes, okay. So the way this works is you get yourself a golem and a golemancer's bell, which I'll need to make here in a second. And that will let me basically just request items from anywhere around me, which is going to be awesome. Basically now my little storeroom here is now an AE system. And of course it's never going to be cheap. In order to actually do this, I need a whole bunch of control seal provides. Namely, I think I need one on each level of each of these, as well as a way for the golem to be able to reach all 3 levels. So that's going to be a little annoying. But in order to make that, I also need control seal, advanced control seal of empty, which needs 10 cognitio and 10 sensus, which isn't too bad. That's paper, that's color stuff. You are just vacuous, which needs, I guess, empty bottles, I think, give me that. It's not too bad. It's going to use a whole bunch of clay. Let me figure out what the actual resource cost on this is. Okay, so got ourselves a bunch of blank seals. These are easy enough. That's just Nitor. I had 4 Nitor, so I now have 12 blank seals. Now, if I toss this in here, that's going to get me 100 vacuous, which should almost be enough for those. I should actually figure out how many I need. So, let's see. You guys each need... wrong one. You need 10 per. So that would get me 10. So let's do 1, 2, there. So let's get that. You missed. I needed 10. So if I do 1, 2, okay. Let's toss these in again. There we go. Toss you, and then toss these, get the rest of that. Okay, easy enough. And then 2 more. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, I think is that. That's 10 per, yeah. Toss you, and toss a couple more. Cool. So we now have control seal empty. And next up, for the advanced one, I need 10 cognitio and 10 sensus, which I'm going to be getting instead for paper. I'm going to be using zombie brains, because that gets me basically 2 per, because I get 20 from that, and a couple extra stuff. And let's see, what else was I going to use? I needed lapis for the sensus. I'm using that so I can also get the desiderium instead of having to toss golden. There's something else. Oh, and then I need copper for the permutatio, which is the next level. So let's see, one of these gets me 2. So let's just plan on 2. So let's do 1, 2. And I also need lapis, so that's, I think I need 4 for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which will get me 8 desiderium, which is not enough. So that's probably gonna decay, and how much do I care? 2 of these. And if I do 5, that'll be enough for the desiderium. Let's try that. Wait, that's only enough desiderium for 1. Okay, let me plan this out. And yes, alchemical automation will make this all easier, but that requires me to actually have a smeltery set up, and I don't feel like doing that yet, because I need to get a couple more things established before I actually start building stuff where I want it. Alright, so if I do 4, then I can do 2 zombie brains, which will get me an even number of each of those things, which means I'll be able to get it out with the quartz, which needs 20 lapis for the desiderium. I'll have extra sensus left over, but that's okay. Get that with quartz. And then copper, and again, lots of extra with the quartz. So, let's give this a shot. If I toss in you, that's boiling over, which is not good. And yeah, boiling over, not good. Toss you in before really bad things happen. Take you, and a whole lot of that prismatic one, which is not ideal. Okay, so that's at least back to normal level, so it's not overflowing. That's bad. Okay, control seal, only got 1 of you, or 3 of you instead of 4. Surprisingly little flux. I was expecting a whole lot more. 30? That's actually not too bad. Okay. We'll keep an eye out for a rift, but I don't think that'll be enough to cause it. Still not ideal. Oh, I still need to get the rest of that. Do I have more quartz in here? Nope. Let's go upstairs. And grab a stack of you. And let's put that out. Okay, so that should hopefully prevent more flux. So grab you. Thank you. Tinctura. forgot about you. You are a pain. That's added from, I don't know if that's basic Thaumcraft or not, or if it's one of the add-ons, but there's a whole lot of you, which caused that to overflow. Okay, well, I have 3, I guess. Bunch of extra census. Okay, I guess that works. Whatever. Alrighty, definitely doing that in smaller batches next time. Copper, toss gold, and that gets us up to 11, because we lost the 1. And let's grab the rest of our metallium. Okay, so we only lost 1. Yeah, I started doing it in batches of 2 instead of batches of 4, and that worked out much better without as much spilling everywhere. And we're still not too bad. We're at 30 in this chunk, 18 here, 15 here, and I think this one's at 15 as well, 12, okay, or 18. Hard to read, 18. So yeah, that's not too bad. We shouldn't have too much of an issue. Ooh, can I scan you? Cool. Shouldn't have too much of an issue with that, hopefully, knock on wood. But that gets us a handful of our control seal provides. So let's do a quick test. I have my Golem Answers bell. If I right click, nothing happens. Shift right click brings up this. Now there's nothing here. There's nothing attached yet. So let's take our control seal provide and let's slap one on Britannia here. Yes? No? Oh, come on. You worked in creative. Regular click? Okay, just regular click. So that, if I then right click with this, shift right click, that is only showing me Britannia items. Can't request anything at the moment because I don't have any golems. But like I said, it's only Britannia items. I don't have Immersive Engineering or Thaumcraft, so not exactly ideal. I'll have to do, I could place it here and here, but I probably won't just because, thank you. I need to figure out how I want to be able to get my golems to actually be able to reach everything. I think if I put one here and here, it can still reach that from the bottom, but the top level isn't going to be able to be reached. So I'll have to have, I think, a step stool. And awesome news here, the control seal for provide does not need anything special here. So I don't have to go through and get the advanced level brain here. I can just do a regular clockwork mine instead of biothomic, which is good because this one, of course, requires infusion. But for some reason I needed that to be unlocked. Either way, clockwork mined, I need to make myself an actual golem press. So the final location for this is going to be up in the magic area, but for now it's just going to be yet another thing sitting around this area. So we just need a temporary location, so we'll start here. So I need a table, a piston, and a cauldron. Let's actually take a look and see what the actual location is for this stuff. We need golem press. So I put my table down, so we'll put an anvil, cauldron, piston. So if I do anvil, cauldron, and piston, which may need to be facing up. And on top of that, an iron bar. Okay, so let's see, which of these do I need to actually right click with? For now. Does this say where to actually click? It does not. What about you? Do you say? So in theory, anywhere I click with that. So let's grab a Salus Mundus and right click you. Sweet. Now I believe this one here is where you pump in the Essentia. Yes. Over here. So let's get some pipes. So I'm melting down a whole bunch of levers here to get the Machina out of that. And I'll of course have Terra left over, but now that I have pipes, I don't have to worry as much about spilling stuff. Previously I had to do this all with the little vials, which means always in little multiples of 10, which wasted a whole bunch. Still sitting at 60 some for the flux in the atmosphere, which isn't great, but I do need to get the rift anyway at some point, so might get it here. Okay, so let's take a look here. As far as head, I'm just going to leave the regular clockwork head. I think I'm going to go with Greatwood because that gets me light frame, so it's faster. Hauler, which is from the carry frame, that gets me 2 stacks, which is going to be good because it's for requesting stuff. And I can do basic legs or uniwheel at the moment. The thing is, I'm not entirely sure if it won't be able to climb this. In case it happens to fall down, I would like it to be able to get back up. So at least with regular legs, I know it will be able to. I might test that later, maybe test it in creative or something. But for now, I'll probably upgrade this anyway later. So we need 2 simple arcane mechanisms and a clockwork mind, and then a couple other RAM stuff. So let's figure out how to make those. Alrighty, I think we got everything. So 3 simple arcane mechanisms, one of which will go back in here, and I want to say it's a comparator on the bottom, brass plate, and 3 glass planes. Gets a clockwork mind. So that gets me those. I apparently have great wood on me, or it thinks I do at least. An oak chest and a leather. So let's go grab a leather from upstairs here. Should have a couple. Leather and a chest, which I think I threw all of them outside here. So you give me a chest, please. And let's see if this works. So we have everything, or at least I think so we do. So cool. We have ourselves a golem. Woo. Okay. That used a little bit. Not actually a whole lot of that. Thought I'd use more. So I guess just place you down. Yay. Cool. Let's see if you will give me anything. So if I shift click, let's request a rune of fire. Just one. Yes? Anything? One rune of fire. Yes. Request. Oh, there he goes. Cool. Thank you. Thank you for the rune of fire. Now I don't have that sorted to filter yet, so you... Let's take you and toss you back in here. So that works. Let's go ahead and try the main thing, which is over here. A drawer controller. I don't know which side to put this on. Front? Does that work? If I... Awesome. Let's request a single birch sapling. You run over there. You're getting confused. Okay, so I'm probably going to have to put a drawer slave over here. Thank you. And you go back to where you are. Awesome. So that's pretty cool. Now I just need about 1 billion more of these control seals. Okay, so we know that works. I'm just going to take that off for now, just so I have it, and so I don't see that clogging up the inventory. Let's try some stuff over here. If I place... You know what? So I got a couple of these stone tables here, and I want to see if I put... What is up here? I think that's just death notes and human flesh. So if I place you here, will that be tall enough to be able to reach that? So let's right click, request a humanoid flesh, please. He's running. It is able to reach. Okay, so I can probably get away with just putting a single little table next to everything, and that should let me be able to reach everything. Actually, I do want to also check if I place one just here on Thaumcraft, and let's request a blaze powder. I think I put blaze powder in there. Well, actually, I know I did, but let's see if he's able to actually do anything with that. No? Request, please? So he is not moving. If I take just a block and give you a little step stool, does that work? Let's request a V crystal. Okay, so yeah, it does need to have a block there. So it's a little unfortunate, but whatever, they'll still work. So now I'm just going to place a bunch of these little stone tables just because they look kind of nice. I'll put a bunch of those around the area, and I think that should be all set up. He does seem to still have a little difficulty reaching the top shelf there. Going up. Just jump up here, and you can reach. Wait, did that actually work? Okay, a little weird. It's a little iffy for now. Like I said, I'm gonna improve this eventually by mainly I'm gonna get the hover boots. I think they might be a little bit slower, actually climbing. That alone should work. That needs a theory and a flint, and examine a presumably a spider. Okay. I might do that. I'll probably need biothermic eyes as well. It is able to reach all the way over there though, so I probably don't actually need that. Oh, let me check. If I stick one, I guess here, I should be able to reach there. That's Voidcraft, so, or it's not Voidcraft, that's Rustic, or Pam's. Okay, we'll see if I can grab any bees. So, give me a bee. Honeycomb, that'll work. Okay, go get me that. You should be able to reach that. Should be able to see it as well. Okay, so it looks like just about everything will be within range, and yeah, that's pretty awesome. Well, with that, I think we've got ourselves a working system here. I'm going to take down the decorations here between episodes, but yeah, Mr. Golem, you and I wonder if I can rename you. I'm going to rename you. Yeah, anyway, got distracted. Yeah, so I think we got a working system. I'm going to have to create a whole bunch more of these little seals everywhere, slap them on just about everything. I'm gonna, I think, have to make the controller slave and just route, like right now I've got this framed trim going through here. You don't even notice, but it goes up the wall and goes up to the storage up above there. I'm gonna probably route some over here and put a controller slave over here. That way he doesn't have to run all the way over there, trip over the steps, then come back over here, jump back up, and come all around. It's kind of annoying, it takes a little while. I'd like him to be able to get stuff from there, because it's gonna be bulk storage, so it's gonna be large items. I'd like him to be able to do that quicker. So I'm going to put that over here, I think. But yeah, the system's working. Now that I have the ability to request items, I can actually put in the rest of my sorting. So I don't actually have any of the blood nodes on here for sorting items. So going to have to change that. Going to need to upgrade, get all the input and output routing nodes set up everywhere. And then we will finally have ourselves a fully working, completely automated system. But anyway, this has been Zeeg777. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.